So everyone's heard of Inuyasha, but in case you haven't,
Inuyasha is a manga and anime series. The anime was made in 2000 by Sunrise and came to North America in the early 2000s, gaining a bit of a following.
and as with anything that ever gets popular, a video game was made for it. So today, I'm going to talk about Inuyasha, a Feudal Fairy Tale for the PlayStation. So full disclosure, I'm not the biggest fan of Inuyasha. I've probably only seen about 10 episodes of it in my entire life, so I am going into this with very limited knowledge of the source material.
Inuyasha, a Feudal Fairy Tale is a fighting game on the PlayStation. Developed by Dimps and published by Bandai, it was released in Japan in December of 2002 and in North America in April of 2003.
Though the PlayStation 2 had been out for some time now.
So you turn on the game, and one of the first things you notice is
Inuyasha! Sengoku Otoge Gassen!
that the dialogue is spoken in Japanese.
Which is fine, but considering how popular it was on TV over here, you would have figured that they might have wanted to dub it, but then again, considering how late into the PlayStation's life this was released, it probably wasn't worth the money.
So when you start the game, you'll be given 6 options: Feudal Fairy Tale, Versus Fairy Tale, Dream Fairy Tale, Myoga's Training, Shippo's 7 Changes, and question mark, which later becomes Kagome's Backpack. Shippo's 7 Changes is just your standard options menu, where you can change things like the difficulty or the controls and various other options if you choose to. Then you have Myoga's Training, which is basically just practice mode.
Now that the basics are taken care of, let's get into the meat of the game.
Versus Fairy Tale and Dream Fairy Tale mode, which are 1v1 and 2v2 respectively, allowing you to play against computers or friends.
Which is nice, if you have friends.
When you start, you only have 5 characters and 6 levels to play with.
So, how would one go about unlocking new characters, you might ask? By playing the game, of course. What kind of stupid question is that? How else would you unlock characters? Which brings us to Feudal Fairy Tale mode.
Feudal Fairy Tale mode is the game's story mode, where you need to pass a variety of challenges and beat rivals as you traverse the map. After clearing out the map, you'll unlock
The Final Battle.
As you play through story mode, you earn shards. Once you collect enough shards with one character, you'll unlock another.
You don't need to collect all the shards in one try. Whatever shards you collect as a certain character on their playthrough will carry over for the next time you use that character.
The game plays fairly well. All the characters handle differently, but are pretty well balanced, and with simple commands, it's pretty easy to switch between the different ones. Though some characters have attacks that make beating the computer pretty easy. The music is decent. None of the tracks really get stuck in your head, but none of them grate on you either. It all works really well, especially for a fighting game that takes place in fictitious feudal Japan.
Visually is where the game shines the most.
The graphics are gorgeous, the animation is beautiful, and the characters and backgrounds are vibrant and colorful. The game truly captures the visual aesthetics of an anime.
Now for the last option, Kagome's Backpack.
The backpack contains 4 options. One allows you to look at pictures. As you play through the game, you'll unlock still shots and game over screens of the characters, and this is where you can go to view them. Then there's music, which allows you to listen to background music and character sound effects. There's also a sound option that allows you to change the characters' in-game dialogue. The last option is minigames, which, as the title suggests, allows you to play minigames that you unlock during story mode.
You have Rock Smash, Flame Slashing, and Poison Insect.
Rock smashing is self-explanatory. Just smash the rock until there's nothing left. Flame slashing requires you to put out a flame and hit jockey. Poison insect is where you have to hit a certain amount of flying insects with high, medium, and low attacks. And all the goals of the minigames have to be reached within a certain amount of time.
Overall, the game's pretty average, and though I did have fun with it, I can only really recommend it for fans of Inuyasha, as they'd be the ones to get the most enjoyment out of it. So, until next time, have a good life.